Oh hey y'all, and welcome back. Today I'm focusing on my Anthuriums. Y'all missed it, I did put out a Anthurium collection video, and listen, I'm not good with Anthuriums, and I've gotten so much better, learned so much. I'm very happy and proud with my collection right now. I'm mainly going to be repotting a lot of them, different stages, big ones, small ones. I just want to start off by showing this Anthurium I'm obsessed with. The emergent is wonderful. The Kunayalense crossed with Ace of Spades. Yeah, I think this leaf is so stunning. The previous leaf is, wow, still dark. Look at these two leaves next to each other. Okay. We're just showing off now. So, not hard enough. The backs are pretty red, but isn't this so impressive? Like, look at these two new leaves. I'm hoping she does okay. I actually do want to repot it. I'm not going to do it yet. I had issues with the leaf expanding. Like, she looked okay in the beginning, and then randomly she would just get this rip here. And like that happened in the springtime. Same thing with this one. I think when I started using silica, I guess maybe the cell walls and whatever, some stuff that silica does to strengthen your plant. I think that's what happened. And that's why the two leaves here are doing great, but also it might just be because the roots are in the reservoir and they're getting a lot of aeration because I'm not fully submerging all of them. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to, I kind of want to cut the pot. I kind of want to cut the pot because I want to preserve the root system. And I know your plant will be okay. It's a good root system. I think that's why it's doing so well. Look at that. So plan is when this hardens off, I am going to repot it. But look. Yeah, this is special. Wow, okay. So not doing anything with it, but I just want to show a plant I'm obsessed with. Ace of Spades crosses Kunayalense. This is from We Pot Plants. Oh my God, can I show another one I'm obsessed with? Okay, I know I showed these plants like a week ago, but oh my God, I thought something was gonna drop. Fairchild, my child, Tropical Gardens, Crystallinum crossed with Ralph Lyman. Oh, for sure. Wow. Oh my God, it's so special. It's starting, okay, because the last leaf, it's like a pretty decently dark, not too dark. You know when velvet masks that color? I think this is the biggest it's gonna get, but it's not hard enough fully. So special. Again, fertilization issues. That's what this is. But yeah, the shape is everything. Wow, okay. Those are just two plants I'm obsessed with. Okay, are we gonna move on to repotting? It's a little difficult because sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, this is not an Anthurium, y'all. I'm just so excited. This wet stick situation for my Monstera Mint. Do y'all see that? Whew. I'm so glad that there's no like cream because I've gotten this pattern of just cream leaves from Monstera Mints. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because the plant is on the other side here. Jeff, over here. Man, Ace of Spades, Tezula Dark Form crossed with Luxurians. I mean, wait. Is it that dark? Let me put this plant down. I don't want to because y'all know I'm obsessed with this. Do you find that when you look at your plants in your plant room or on plant shelves, you see what they look like because there's obviously like grow lights and stuff, but when you take them away from the grow light and you're just looking at them, wow, it is like really dark. Bam. Oh, bam. Oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. It really looks dark. Okay, reason I'm repotting her. She's doing well, clearly. Do you see the aerial roots? Over there and over there. See, okay, I didn't mention before, but when you grow Anthuriums, and this is just based on my experience, when you grow Anthuriums in ambient conditions, so more specifically, not that warm, not that humid, those roots tend to dry up if there's no substrate, or if the substrate's not moist around it, or if the adventitious roots can't reach the substrate. I feel like people that have their Anthuriums in grow tents and high humidity and in cabinets, you don't necessarily need to submerge them just because when it's high humidity, they'll just grow and then they'll eventually reach the substrate. Like I've seen that with a lot of other plant growers and creators and stuff. I should have specified that you should submerge those roots to build that root system in more ambient conditions, and that's what I would recommend, because y'all don't know what's happening in there. Always try to expand the root system of your plant. Always, always, always. And facilitate a healthy environment for the roots so they can branch, like a chunky substrate, always keeping it moist, proper fertilization habits, all that stuff. So that's why, in conclusion, that's why I am repotting her. Oh man, is this the thumbnail? This might be the thumbnail. Dark Crystal crossed with Luxuriance. Plantito Nurse, Dennis, thank you. The one in Pawn that had these leaves finally harden off. Look how beautiful. And then the one that's in Tree Fern, very similar when it comes to growth. The issue is, because there's always an issue, y'all. These planters, I hate growing anthuriums in these planters. I think the holes at the bottom of the insert, they're not big enough, so you don't get proper drainage, even though you might have a chunky mix. I don't like how the reservoir is not that big. And so we're gonna get them out of these planters. So beautiful. And there's so many pups. Like I'm gonna have to separate. I kind of do want to separate whatever I can. And we're at a good stage. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I love, whoa, love this. Okay, another anthurium that I'm planning to separate. Zara Michelle, all the pups. I'm really gonna hope that the root systems have grown. Again, I think there's 3 or 4 pups in here. This was a butt cut. There's growth points everywhere. Okay, wait, another update. This is very important information. The RA5 crossed with Pappy Swamp Bunny. Listen, you see it? It looks so good. Okay, remember I was like, okay, girl was not doing good. But I think in a chore video, I got it out of one of those planters that I hate. Put new substrate. I think the roots weren't good either. Put that mycorrhizae, and now look at this first new leaf. I'm sorry, but this is an incredible leaf. In the light, she's iridescent as well. And if she only looks this way right now, and the leaves are this small, what do you think it's gonna look like when it gets big? I don't know, yay. My Anthurium collection is popping off, y'all. It's just so exciting. So the only issue, I don't have any myco left. It was supposed to get delivered this week. It's Saturday. I didn't. So I'm just gonna have to repot it, and then maybe in the future, I'll just kind of do a top layer and kind of like massage it into the substrate. The type of mycorrhizae I use is, I think it's just a single one in this one. It's Synergy from Growtech. I stopped using Great White just because I'm trying to buy or support Canadian brands more. I still don't know, every plant's popping off. I put in all my plants, but I just don't know if it's because it's summer now and the plants are just generally growing better because it's summer, it's warmer in here, it's sunnier in here. I've changed my nutrient solution as well. Is it that? There's so many factors that I changed at once, but whatever I did, it's working. Starting with this beauty, I'm putting it into a slightly bigger planter, as you can see, just slightly bigger. These ones, see how many, like, the holes are bigger, so the drainage is better, a lot quicker. I find sometimes when the roots cluster at the bottom and the holes aren't big enough, when they lay on top of each other, it does suffocate. They essentially suffocate themselves and then they end up rotting. Whereas like, at least with these ones, they can go somewhere because the holes are like pretty decently sized. Anyways, there's wicks to wick up the moisture from here. I just recently made a tree fern mix. This one is more perlite heavy. I honestly think I did the calculations wrong, but I also wanted more half just because I didn't want to add as much pond because that's, for me, becoming harder to find, more expensive. And also I didn't want to use tree farm because for the same reasons. I'm just gonna put some here. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, okay, let's take the wick away though. We're just gonna pop it in. Removing this leaf here, just because she's gonna be in the way. And there's an aerial root right under it as well. Okay, I forgot to mention, let me just reset. Whoop. Okay, you gotta do the water test in the sink with new substrates. Oh, so bright. So I'm going to take this part and I'm just going to run it under the faucet and I'm going to see how fast everything drains, and it's almost immediate. Nothing is kind of sitting at the top. And then increasing the pressure to see how fast it is like rapid. It's not even sitting at the top. And you want that. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. Okay, let's stop. But do you see what I was saying? Like, this is why I wanted to switch it to this planter, because there's a lot more holes, as well as having wicks to wick up water or nutrients into a reservoir. So that's the first one. It's probably getting 1,000-foot candles, just one leaf. The first of the dark crystal Lux. Also, the captains. We got Kirk, we got Picard, Cisco, and my favorite, Miss Janeway. I wish they would make a new one with Pike and Burnham. Okay, there is a root here. I'm gonna rip it. Sorry. Oh, this is the best that I'm getting all these Anthuriums out of these planters. Wow. It's just incredible. That is just a fantastic root system. Same planter that that I used in for the last plant, slightly bigger. I think it might be 9 inches instead of 8. What I'm doing is I'm basically trying to see if that root system for the pup has built a root system. Gosh, I'm not hopeful now because I don't see anything really. Do I just pull and hope for the best? Oh! I broke it. Okay. That didn't work. Yeah, do you see? I was trying, because I saw this root down here. Oh my gosh. The chaos with Kevin continues. I can't save this, y'all. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, everyone. We still have the main plant. And I know there's another pup in here, but like after that, I don't want to touch anything. Now I'm just gonna, she's still a beauty, everyone. I'm just gonna put substrate around it. So that's her. Okay, we'll do the one that's in pawn. Okay, now I don't want to separate with this one because this one is just one of my faves right now. But the pups look a bit more mature. This one is the one that's living in pawn. Again, I want to see the difference between the two. It's pretty much the same. Got some pawn. Okay, it's gonna be interesting comparing how the roots are. Okay, it's coming out easier. Oh, wow. Obsessed. Oh my God. All of this. Look at these big ones here. They both look healthy, but the question is now, Kevin, please be careful. Can I separate any of these papanias? Because it would be nice. Oh, this one has a big root. So this pup is these 3 leaves over here, okay? Look at this over here, this root. It's attached to the Papillilaminum. Okay, there's a second one. I've uncovered a second one. This is very exciting. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's more. I mean, that might be the reason. Oops, I almost broke it. It is such, like, this leaf, I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it is so stunning. There's like a kind of shift to it. This is what I meant to do with the wooded tree fern. Okay. I've come to realize, and I know this is like an obvious thing, but with young Anthuriums, I don't really recommend putting them in pawn if you are the type of plant parent that over fertilizes plants. Pawn hangs on to literally everything. You know, if I ever have an issue with over fertilization for my Anthuriums in pawn, like I said, the holes at the bottom, it's gonna be a lot easier to flush the plant. So that is the second dark crystal crossed with Lux. So beautiful. Don't you ever say I just walked away. Will always I want you. Okay, just putting. Oh, fills the planter without the plant. That's smart. The division into a smaller planter. Zara Michelle. I'm just gonna pull. I think this is an easier way. Haha, we've uncovered some beautiful roots here. Do you see right here? Let me show you right there. Now, yep, there's more underneath. So far, this is looking like a good candidate to separate. And like the other one, we're just kind of pulling. Let's just tug. Oh, more than I thought. More than I thought. You see that? Okay. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. I didn't expect that. So she branched a lot. Like you can tell that she was really small when she branched, but look at these root system. Okay, so this is the one with this leaf. Let's go backwards. So newest leaf, then we got this one there. Oh no, Zara Michelle, for me at least, in my experience, it's strong, it's fast. I mean, it was a selected kind of situation. Like they did select strong specimens and like kept those ones, and then they pollinated them again with strong specimens. So especially with this one being like an Zara F2 crossed with Michelle F3. It is a very vigorous plant, and it's one that I want to pollinate with other plants, but I can't even, this root system. Wow, okay, I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, this other one's kind of loose, this one. Okay, I don't feel comfortable separating the other two because if I separate the C, you could see that this is the stump that she was. A growth point growing out of here, growth point coming out of here. Uh-oh, this one's actually, okay. The same thing happened. There's literally nothing. The only way I can save this one is if I cut down all the leaves and then put it in water. Any situation, and this isn't limited to just Anthuriums, any situation where you don't see any fresh aerial roots. Obviously you need the roots. Duh. I get rid of most of the leaves except for one. So I'm gonna start peeling off the leaves. And sometimes when you peel off the leaves of an Anthurium, you might be able to see some aerial roots. And so I'm gonna leave her like this. There is a new leaf that I'm gonna cut off because you need the plant to focus on newer growth. Sometimes at this newer part here, closest to the newest petiole, over here, sometimes there will be a new aerial root. In my experience, I've had hit or miss situations when I've done this. I haven't done it that much, but we're gonna try because I feel like y'all are gonna yell at me. Anyways, okay, I'm just putting it in water. I have some props on the side, 1,000-foot candles. Seeing that, I'm not gonna separate the plant anymore. There's another pup over here. Let's just try it. I know the roots are tiny. I have done this successfully when the roots are this small. So I'm really gonna hope and pray that she's fine. Okay, off to the side for that one as well. Okay, how wonderful is that? Just one in here. The other ones I'm gonna put in tree fern because I feel like I'm going through my pond so quickly. Do y'all feel that with Let's Use a Pond? Like that. This beautiful root system, and I'm just gonna get rid of this young leaf here just so, because do you see there's another aerial root there. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Okay, another pause for another show and tell. My Bigfoot cross with self. Oh, wow. Okay, so beautiful. I love, again, the red veins. It's hardening off. It's not quite hard. Dent. So beautiful. Oh. Got this from David. Confused Planto, hello. Okay, there are a few Anthuriums I need to get, but my Burley Marks flames are in the way. There's a common thing here. I did this for the Hoya video. I always have to move my Burley Marks flames to grab a whole bunch of Anthuriums on the other shelf on the west facing window. Okay, let's put you up here. Now, in the year of growing Anthuriums, what is the most difficult part? Let's play this game. Okay, I'll go first, fine. What is the most difficult thing about growing Anthuriums? I think you really got to get your substrate correct. What I mean by that, I think Anthurium roots, they're water loving. They do love a ton of moisture and can tolerate a lot for a bit, but they also need to breathe. So finding that balance between air pockets and wetness, moistness, and just playing around the substrate, I think that was the biggest challenge that made it super annoying. The past couple substrates, I had it too dense, even though I would use that substrate for Hoyas, Monsteras, Philodendrons, and they would thrive. Not with Anthuriums. That's why I've incorporated more perlite. And again, with your mixes, it doesn't need to be, I should be like moving things because like I'm just like talking without moving things. You really could use anything to achieve a chunky mix. It doesn't need to be perlite, pawn, like the stuff that I use. I know more often Anthurium growers will use orchid bark, which I personally, I don't really like using orchid bark. It's a great additive to your mix. I know David Confused Planto does cocoa. Whoa, it's like husk, but it's like the thingies, it's like the chunks. I know he does that too, which is fantastic. I almost started using that as well. I'm kind of using, I guess, the big is a grade 4 perlite in the place of like bark. Some people like using bigger size pieces of pumice. It's endless. You can use so many different things. Oh, it hurts. I'll be the first to say. Getting the flames out of the way. My favorite thing to do when the substrates dry out and there's no water, they get really light, and then I kind of like do these. Ooh, look at these. I don't know if it's showing. Hello. Yeah, I just love doing like the squats. Oh, you feel in your butt. There's, what is it? It's an HU velvet mask. I've only seen the back side of the leaf. She's living in pond in those planters that I don't like. I haven't seen it in person. I've only seen the back. Okay, let's see. Let's do this together. Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, remember, I was like, oldest leaf, next oldest leaf. Oh, okay, this like doesn't look real. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding. Wow, what a gem. I like don't want to touch it, but let's touch it. Man, I really want to get it out of this planter. This is a special plant. Not only the front side, look at the reds on the back. And although they will fade back to this green, it's still dark. I am shocked. For the past week, I've seen the back of her and I'm just like, you know what? When I film next, I'm just so excited to see it. Okay. Maybe, Kevin, let's not touch it. Wow, this leaf. You're joking. This is a joke. I think it's a joke. Okay, another one. The HU crystal, look. Okay, it only had this one leaf and I kept it because it was the only one. But then there was 2 growth points. So this one and then this one. They're so cute. Bouncing back, looking amazing. Wow. Okay, is it finally time? Is it finally time to separate Regardens, Papillilaminum crossed with Papillilaminum dead bod? I'm sure the roots have taken over. Yep. I guess we have to, right? Okay, it's happening. I can hear all the breaking. But yeah, see, the root system is so big in here. Wow, insane. That is insane. Yeah, there's barely any substrate. Wow. Okay, do you see all the roots that we are saying bye to? Okay, for this one, I'm gonna have to get in there. Unfortunately, I really don't like disturbing anything, but yeah, like I'm gonna separate this one because clearly. Ooh, okay. Okay, look who's showing off here. I will be getting rid of this one just so look at these roots. All the potential right over there. remove that. These roots are fine, but you can tell that they grew when the plant was very juvenile. Look at where they're stemming from. Oh, it just kind of fell. Okay, very similar to the last one because only this part was submerged when it was young. It pushed out a fantastic root system. Oh, look right there. These are juicy. Now we got this bunch over here. Let's go this way. Separate this small one here. Root systems all similar and all similar situations. Taking the older leaves, leaving 2 or 3, and then later just submerging these fresh ones down here. This is the last separation. Look how nice that is. I could just go like that and we're good. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna try to push. Oh my God, this is not gonna work. Push everything. Y'all might disagree, but I'm gonna have to get rid of most of the roots down here. Let's just do a twist and pull situation. Bye. Okay, first one here. Number 2. Third one over here. Number 4. And the last one. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Y'all. You know, repotting these plants that were once small, it makes me want to buy more babies. Like small itty bitties. I don't know. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping to grow my following when it comes to Anthuriums, like Anthurium lovers, because I feel like that's a very small population of the people that watch me. So if you're new here, hello. I love Anthuriums and wow, I'm so excited to watch them grow. And okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.